This screencast introduces Merge-Pptx that enables you to take any number of existing presentations and grab slides out of each one of those presentations. You have the option to include or not include the master slide with each one of these source presentations. And what this enables you to do is to pull in the theme from one presentation, use slides from another presentation, and so on, and generate a completely new presentation from all of those component parts. The Merge-Pptx commandlet is a thin wrapper around Presentation Builder, which is a class in Power Tools for OpenXML. This means that if you need to integrate this type of capability in your OpenXML SDK application, it's trivial to do so. I'll demonstrate this commandlet. I'll start a PowerShell integrated scripting environment at this location. You can get help on the Merge-Pptx commandlet. I'll tell it I want to see the examples. What you do is you set up any number of presentations as your sources. You specify whether you want to include the master slide or not by specifying true or false. If you don't specify a starting slide and a count of slides, then it takes the entire presentation. If you want to, you can specify a starting slide and a count of slides. Let's create these two input presentations. I'll use another commandlet in Power Tools for OpenXML, the new-pptx commandlet. One of the options is to tell it I want a presentation with 5 slides. Now I'll use the new pptx to create input2.pptx. And I'll tell this one that I want 10 slides in it. There are a lot of different options that you can specify to new pptx to create a whole variety of sample presentations. Let's take a look at these really quickly. Here is the input1.pptx. It's purple and it has 5 slides as part of the text of each of the slides. Here is the input2.pptx. It's got this green theme and it has parenthesis 10 slides on each of the slides. We want to note this so that we can see the operation of the Merge-Pptx commandlet properly. The first example takes all of both presentations using the master slide of the first presentation. So this means that the entire new presentation will have that purple theme. Let's look at the result. And we have a new presentation with 15 slides in it, and they all have the purple theme. The second example takes the first 2 slides of both presentations, including the master slides from both. And we see what we expected to see. One of the approaches that you can use if you need to remove a slide from a presentation is you can use the same presentation for multiple sources. In this case, it takes the first slide and then it takes from the third slide to the end. This example also shows operation completely in memory when it returns this new PML variable right here. This is actually just the PML document wrapper over a byte array. This is just in-memory processing of OpenXML. It then uses this save as to save it as merge-o3.pptx. This also uses the verbose argument so that we can see a little more of what's going on behind the scenes. Now, when we look at merge-o3.pptx, we can see that it took the first slide and then it skipped to the third slide, and there are a total of 4 slides in this presentation. Using this functionality, you can slice and dice presentations just about any way you want to. These are the type of scenarios where OpenXML really shines. You can make a parameterized database of slides that you can pull from to produce a presentation that is custom for a specific sales scenario. This is put together with plain old OpenXML SDK code and power tools for OpenXML, so it's easy to use in your application. That's all I'm going to cover in this screencast. Come back often to openxmldeveloper.org and see the new content that we're always working on. You can follow OpenXML on Twitter at OpenXMLDev. You can follow me on Twitter at EricWhiteDev. Cheers!